So the Saks bankruptcy filing came in a little late last night. It was released, and I went through just a little bit of it. The top 30 creditors owed I was mind blown by that. If you can pause and zoom in, or if you want to go online and find the filing yourself, Chanel is owed $136 million. Kering, almost $60 million. And Kering, we all know they're in a really precarious spot. They have been down sales and revenue for, I think it's like 7 or 8 consecutive quarters now. We'll see how well they did for final quarter 2025 in a month or so, but to be owed that much, this is insane. For me, anyway. I was mind blown by the amounts. In contrast, this is the top 30 creditors, or what is this, top 11, from when Neiman Marcus filed for bankruptcy a few years back. Chanel at $6 million. So Neiman Marcus owed them $6 million. Saks is at $136 million. The math is not mathing. Then we have Veronica Beard, over $4 million, Gucci, $3 million. And then you have, this is the Barney's filing from, 2019, I think. And I remember the news talked so much about how the Row was the top creditor. Here they are at number 2 at almost $4 million. And in contrast, we're looking at, this is such a vast difference between what Saks owes and what Barney's and Neiman Marcus owed. So something that I have to say, because I tend to, anything I say is usually through the lens of a smaller creator, a smaller business, independent labels, independent clothing brands, people who don't have the kind of investment as, Chanel or LVMH or Capri Holdings. Now's the time. If you were one of Saks vendors who received that letter back when they purchased Neiman Marcus for $2.5 billion, you got that letter that said, we're going to start paying you in 6 months' time over the course of, I think it was 12 months. I don't know if you got any significant payments out of that, but now is the time to talk to your attorney, talk to your CPA, get your finances in order, because for some of those brands, there was probably so many of you who were hoping for your Saks payments to help put you into production for another collection. And now that they've filed Chapter 11, it might be just a little bit harder for you to get anything out of them. I would just talk to my attorney and see what you can do. Maybe they'll be, maybe they'll do something where they can prioritize the smaller guy, because the big guys, these top 10, 15, they'll be fine. They have private equity, they have their investors. It's much harder for an independent brand, a smaller guy, to find any kind of investment. Everybody knows private equity is not, they don't like the fashion industry. It's really difficult to make money. It's super stressful. So I just in looking at this filing and seeing how much Saks owes just in their top 30 vendors, talk to your lawyers. If you don't have one, see if your insurance will cover that if you can't afford it. But if you're hoping to get money, the money that you're owed from Saks, and you know that now that they've filed for bankruptcy, it's going to be harder, see what you can do. Because if this is going to keep you out of bankruptcy, then just worry about that, one step at a time. It's not an easy situation to be in for the vendors who are much smaller than this top 30.